Hello everyone, this is CY once again. Today we're going to look at the 3007Z from Gemilai and see how the pre-infusion is actually how similar or how different is the pre-infusion setting as compared to the 3006Z. I've monitored both machines for quite some time and I realized that the pre-infusion setting doesn't seem to be the same. But however, the extra features on the 3007Z, which is allowing to control the flow of the water and the pressure of the brew, I believe it does have an impact on how the pre-infusion work. So let's see how the 3007 work for this time, and then I'll do a comparison very soon in the next, hopefully in the next few videos. Okay, so first of all, we would like to switch, make sure that our P1, which is the first stage of pre-infusion, is set to 3 seconds. This is my own personal setting, and then I'm going to continue to set the P2, which is the pump off pre-infusion. I will be setting it at the double of the time, which is 6 seconds for this case. And then let's see how the water is being dispensed. First of all, I'm checking the flow rate of the water for about 10 seconds, and you can see that the flow rate is approximately 42 milliliters per 10 seconds, which will derive to be about 4 milliliters per second. And then if you observe how the pre-infusion works, for the first 3 seconds, the pump is turned on, but it's at a very low pressure, but the water continues to trickle out for the remaining 6 seconds, and then before the full pump kicks back on. And in the next part of the sections, you will see how much water is dispensed over the total of the 9 seconds. Alright, so in about 9 seconds, it's dispensing about maybe 25-26 milliliters of water. And for this particular coffee I'm brewing at a very high temperature of 96, because this is even though it's a medium roast, but this is a geisha from a yogurt chef. I love the taste of this yogurt chef. And then a simple puck prep. I'm skipping the puck prep so to save you some time. And you can see how the pre-infusion actually affects the extractions. You'll be able to see that the espresso actually trickle out slowly under low pressure. And then when the full pump kicks in, it actually, I believe it reduces channeling. But it has to be done at a very low pressure. So, and before the full pump kicks in, it has to make sure that the puck is totally saturated. And then I believe this is a key for you to reduce channeling. And of course, it also depends on your puck prep. And that's another factor which is sometimes can be a hit and miss. You can do your WDT as usual, but somehow the coffee sometimes just turn out very differently. Yeah, and there are simply too many factors which control the extractions, and pre-infusion is just one of them. So you can see how difficult the espresso extraction can be. And espresso looks pretty good, and when I first taste it, the smell is good. It's extremely juicy, very well extracted. I simply love the espresso from it. And then of course I will move on to complete the brew, because I'm also going to make a milk-based coffee. This is usually my procedure to purge the steam on another separate pitcher. And then I love to do what we call the ghost frothing, whereby I will release my hand, and just by touching, okay, I'm actually placing another pitcher. Yeah, that's how much steam water is being purged out. Usually I use about 200 grams of milk or 200 milliliters of milk. That seems to fit my milk jug really well. This is a smaller one. I think the capacity of this thing is about 350. I'm holding a camera on one hand and I'm using one hand operations, so it can be a little bit tricky. So you can see I'm actually leaning the milk pitcher at the edge of the drip tray, and then I'm just trying to find the perfect angle for the vortex to be generated. So after I turn on the steam, you can see that I'm actually gradually adjusting the position, but this saves me from moving up and down. You don't really need to move up and down unless your steam is too weak or your steam is too powerful. In fact, when your steam is too powerful, you don't even have time to move. This steam is just right, slightly on the weaker side, but it is powerful enough for home use. You can see the steaming time to almost too hot to touch temperature is about 28 seconds. Usually up to 25 seconds I would say is pretty good, but today I want the milk to be slightly hotter. Right, you can see how velvety and how pain-like the milk is. And it's a very good machine, really very value for money. And latte art, once you have your well textured milk, you can see how easy it is to get your latte art going. So enjoy and have a good day.